Hello everyone, this is Natsu. It's been about a month. I took a long hiatus from this game, and I've avoided spoilers all the way. That is extremely difficult when I'm subscribed to a few Let's Players who are actually Let's Playing this game. It's very difficult. What the fuck were we doing last game? I mean, last time. Truthful. Do we have truth? Wait. Map. Where are we going? Court. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Please. Please. Please tell me that didn't end about to do a trial and it's been about a month. Oh, God. Oh, this is bad. Let's get into this. Hey, it's the steroided Montecubo. Hey, it's everyone. God.
Oh, dear.
It would appear we all have gathered, but it seems there are less and less. That's how murders happen. Less friends.
Don't worry.
Probably. Going to do his best to help. Thank you.
What?
What's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
More importantly, are you okay? I remember, you're afraid of ghosts. And Maki roll.
I don't know.
That's sort of mean.
That being said... Hoo-yah!
Unacceptable.
What are you talking about? I think me and most of the fan base would disagree.
Rest in peace.
But... well, you know... I also... Indeed.
Goodbye. That's not good. You have an inner voice telling you when you're in trouble.
Got a minute?
Jeez.
Huh?
That's right.
Probably.
All right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Hey, so...
No, I won't.
Huh?
I don't have anything to say. Miyu. I love you, baby. Kibo, I remember something.
Please wait.
Kibo, I've decided, over this long month of thinking, I believe we can share Miyu. We'll determine later who gets her win. But I think we can make this work.
On your knees.
Okay,
You're
thank you
so
first.
dumb. That is not...
I wasn't expecting like a big conversation like that. I was just expecting a few words from him. So, okay. Before we begin, I really only have 2 suspects for this trial. I have Himiko, and sadly I have Kyo. I really like Kyo. At the beginning I thought he was a creepy motherfucker, but slowly Kyo is becoming one of my favorites. And he looks very scared about this. But if I had to pick a third one, just in case there are actually 2 murderers in this, I'd have to pick her. Samugi's done shit this entire time. I don't think she's gonna live. But, I mean, I could be completely wrong. I completely hope Himiko does not live. I just don't like her character. She is constantly talking about magic. And it's annoying as hell. Gonta, he friggin' either way, he's annoying because he's stupid. The two people I hope don't die, Kokichi and Miyu. Because one, they're both good characters. Two, their back and forth during trials is hilarious. That's really it. I mean, I don't see Kaito or Maki dying just because they have so much character development. Robot, something's gonna be up with him because he's a goddamn robot, so some shit's going down for him, with him. So let's get this trial on the way. Goodbye. We descend. Have a drink. Thirsty.
Uh-oh. Now then, extreme!
Yep, I knew you were gonna die, because you were a bitch. I remember everything that happens, is just I don't remember the investigations. Okay, even in Himiko's like portrait, she looks lazy and high as hell. Like, what you want, bitch? I just woke up from a 24-hour siesta and I'm still tired. Do I want to save? Do I want to save? YOLO. I actually think I tried to record this a while back. Wait, has it been oh my god, it's been 2 months since I've last recorded Danganronpa. I remember, I tried to record this, and I kept getting interrupted the entire time. Those audio spikes are loud. I remember, I remember nothing of this trial, though. Oh god, the view handbook. I'm sorry, I felt like making noises. Okay, let's begin the class trial. Oh God.
Ahem. Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class during the trial. Vote correct. I'll punish also. Now, smiles, everyone! It's
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time.
It's okay.
Because of Monokuma's
You're never any help.
disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be 2 killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
What are you doing?
Hmm? What do you mean?
Also, where's the music?
Transfer student.
Oh, there it is.
Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Stop it. We at least need him to be somewhat useful during this trial.
Shuichi, it'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Is it already time for yeah, it's already time for a non-step debut.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
No!
So, ritual did work?
Who was resurrected, I wonder?
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back. Yes, Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
Please, stop it!
God damn it.
Ritual did work?
Hold on, buddy. Yeah, buddy, I didn't get a V counter, but damn it, I got you.
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
Thank God. It was the only thing that made sense, because I knew the effigies, they had nothing to do with the resurrected ritual.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before it was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well,
Good.
duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
You think so?
Hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand. Sure.
Please proceed.
Everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
The fuck you talking
What are
about,
you
Bear?
talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Do you have, like, the ultimate necromancer tied up in your basement or something? Is that why?
I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Right now, you're on the threshold.
Monodum's not dead. See?
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
He's gonna kill you.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
Stop
There's
it!
no way it's possible!
There's no way that could happen, idiots.
I'm sorry I'm slurping so much, I'm
Monokuma
thirsty.
is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who? Who did it?
How about you ask a question more than just who did it?
Half pint. I'll handle this.
Thank you.
I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
Why?
Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened.
What happened?
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you,
Excuse
Kyo,
me, sorry.
automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon.
Art lab back up. Okay, yeah, lock and unlock the front door of the lab with his lockpicking
You
skill.
were the only one who cared about that thing,
okay.
Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie. Booyah! I'm a fucking shit.
I cut it off. Ha!
Genius! The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
Okay.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Okay.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie.
I think I used the wrong word anyways.
Booyah! I'm a fucking
Oh,
genius! Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in.
I love that.
That's wrong!
Yes! And the veil counts as a boot!
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter.
It took me a while. I'm starting to remember this case. I hate this case.
Isn't that right,
I'm a little loud.
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Whoa, how clever.
You can just ignore his
Yeah, how clever.
The remaining student council members Onta, Kibo, Sumugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
You don't trust their friendship. You lie.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? Because a robot ain't people, Jack!
God damn it, this robot is gonna murder all of us if you keep this up.
Aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
What else? The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi? Well...
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Well, you never gave us a reason why we shouldn't suspect you.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I
Okay.
aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
I'm not the
We're
culprit.
not the culprit.
Oh god.
We must consider other
mass
possibilities.
panic bait.
Surely there must be a suspect who
Will not betray student council.
That's utterly impossible.
Wow.
Not just anyone could open the door. Only student
Okay.
council members had access. I didn't know robots told such boring lies.
Is that a robophobic remark?
Okay.
Gentlemen, not betray student
Okay.
council.
And do you have an alibi for last night?
Gonta and Rue talking to book friends. Much better than being out too late at night. Ask your friends if Kyo doubt Gonta.
I can't.
Robophobic remark.
Okay.
Gonta is
Hold on. Lockpicking. You unlock the art room.
gentlemen.
Abilities. Surely there must be a suspect who
Gentlemen, not betray student council.
Okay.
That's utterly impossible. Not just anyone could open that door. Only student council members had access.
No, just a little tiny.
I didn't know robots told
It's a
such boring.
freaking white noise. What?
I was wrong.
Did I not have it equipped? Oh, I didn't have it all.
Surely
Oh
there
god,
must
I
be
thought I
suspect
had
Gentlemen, not betray.
Kokichi's. Okay. I thought I had Kokichi's lockpicking skill equipped. I did
Not
not.
just anyone could open that door. Only student council members.
End of the counter to boot. Okay, I forgot to make sure that lockpicking was equipped. I'm sorry
No,
for that.
it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab.
Oh, excuse me.
right?
Wondering.
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
that happened? I totally forgot.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it.
What?
I killed Angie.
No, you didn't. It's too easy. Also, you would never admit to it.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
You haven't even been recording for an hour.
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
What?
Oh, why you need to make the trial even more difficult? You're one of my favorites. This is the only part that I don't like about
What are you
you.
saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
Woo! Thank God. Master Detective.
No. Definitely not a lie. I killed Angie.
No.
Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Yeah, normally yes, but when it's
Then
you,
let me
no.
ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method? Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
I will.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was.
Hey, Shuichi, you okay? You're getting a little nervous. She's just really close, man. I can't concentrate. God dang, I keep hitting X.
The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
Like, I'm just jamming on X, like, yeah, this is the right answer, this is the right answer. What's happening? Why? Is my controller broken? No, it's because they want me to
The
use
back door
triangle.
had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
The katana?
I see it!
Okay. Please explain to me, because I don't know how.
That was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
They are referencing the first case in Danganronpa 1. That's what I believe, at least.
What school was it?
Hope Speak
Now,
Academy.
that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the
Excuse
sliding
me.
lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right?
Oh, got it.
Wait, how did they move it with a katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigy's hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
If we do, oh yeah, it's crazy taxi time. If Kyo didn't, probably Kyo didn't kill Angie. Kyo probably killed Himiko. Not Himiko, bleh, Toko. Because he was in that room with us. But so was Himiko, so Himiko could have killed both of them. I still have no idea though. It's freaking bugging me. Okay, da-da-da-da-da-da-da! Because if it has to be one of the student council members that killed Angie, it can't be Kyo. But Kyo could have still killed Tenko. Katana was stabbed. Yeah, I was barely paying attention to that. I hit. Yeah. Okay. How was the effigy manipulated to make the katana actually block? Yeah, what? Don't tell me what to do. Spin it. Yeah.
It connects.
I'm a detective. I don't know why that made me laugh.
The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Whoops.
Effigy spun?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist.
Making the effigy rise.
Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place? The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope and then swiftly leave.
Dude, that's pretty freaking ingenious.
This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock.
Fuck whoever did this.
And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Oh yeah, I thought I might want to bring this up. A few weeks ago, I had to redo Trial 2 because we lost the footage. So I have Trial 2 fresh in my mind, and I've... so that's very annoying because I keep thinking of that one.
Since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
Yes, Duckface. Yes, it is.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, he wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
A lie?
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Are you that shocked?
Oh, man. You guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
Haha, gotcha.
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claim to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
Listen, it's not my fault I'm the world's greatest.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
Damn! Gonna do what?
Alright, so who's the
Monica,
asshole
are
who
you
set
okay
up
with
this locked room mystery?
You? I can't hold it up anymore.
What are you Why are you doing this?
What's the matter? You going soft on
What
me
the
now?
fuck?
Who made the locked room mystery
What the
doesn't matter
fuck is
since
happening?
anyone could have done it.
Why are you just gonna...
Don't you even understand?
Okay, we're just
something
gonna ignore
as
that.
basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Damn! What?
Finally!
Whoa!
Finally
Cum
called me
dumpster.
a cum dumpster!
God damn it! What is this? What is this fucking game? What is this fucking character? I don't even... What do you mean, finally? You wanted to be called a cum dumpster? God damn it, Miyu and Kokichi better not die. They're too good. They're too good of a character for these games.
What should we talk about now?
We must
I like
focus
how
not
everyone
on the
just
locked room,
ignores it.
but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
Yep.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. It's just a waste of time.
Me? A suspect? Never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect rangers?
Suspect rangers.
Agree. Those under suspicion should
Go,
explain
go,
themselves
suspect
thoroughly.
rangers.
We might catch them with their pants down.
Anyway, I want to ask the
I
suspect
believe you would
rangers,
enjoy that.
what should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Huh?
I wanna
you
know
just
what
interrupted
happened to
Kamina.
Angie too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
What?
The two victims could have been killed by two separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We gotta figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless! Tenko's death was meaningless! How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko...
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is
Huh?
total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after
This
she's
is true.
dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
Yeah, this is all
No.
true.
It's okay. It's no surprise you'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive.
That'd probably be for the best.
It's too late.
Her ex is like a freaking
Can't
pinwheel.
complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Hey, Kamina, you're back.
Yeah. Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. All right. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is Death Curse. I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
That is not good.
Listen up. All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
To be fair, it's better if you investigate Tenko's murder first, because Monokuma might be a dick and go, nope, her death was meaningless.
No, even if it was
Therefore, we aren't going to go into details about it, and then you'll never know who killed Tenko.
If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever.
Also, if it was a different person who killed Tenko, you still need to figure that out so you can try and avoid them or separate them from the rest of the group.
We need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
You're such an asshole, I
Don't
love it.
listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
So, what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious. Tancrotch!
Tancrotch? What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, there's a freak out.
That's it.
Shuichi, Himiko. Yeah, I won.
Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Oh shit.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
I was wrong!
Everyone's staring at me. Oh no, I'm gonna die of embarrassment. Is it this?
There!
Okay, I got it.
You're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person could move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me.
Atua?
I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Who?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
Okay.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark enough. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance!
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second.
That function to get...
What?
Oh no!
You see, our villain had a light.
Shit. Nope, okay.
Damn it!
Our villain had a light.
That's wrong!
Thank God I got it on like the third attempt.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light.
Oh.
There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
From.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight!
Ah!
Way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Oh wait, I forgot about the other thing. Tenko could have committed suicide because she could have killed Angie, but I don't think that. I think that's the least likely option.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that. That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
That happened in the first case of Danganronpa
That
2.
sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during...
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point. Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
And she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads. Huh? Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think!
Okay, let's hear it.
If you want to make my golden
Nope.
brain tingle,
I thought you-
start
okay.
circle jerking your limp dick brains!
Stop! Oh god.
When
Oh, one of the
got
best
killed,
characters of 2017
it
right there.
wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time, and she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Ooh, like that.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast.
You okay?
So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Excuse me?
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no down!
Okay. These stills of those two are perfect. He's like, did she really just... it's okay, Shuichi, just ignore her. But I can't.
When
It's
Tenko
okay,
got
just...
killed,
It's really hard.
it...
That's wrong.
Yes! I'm so
No,
smart.
it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
It's okay.
The only possibility is
You're
that
just a
Tenko
little
was
drunk.
killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
Whoa!
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko
Break my-
was killed during the
Oh,
seance.
what?
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
Bring it on! I'm not afraid to take you on. As if they insult you once and you'll go down easily.
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the
Yeah.
culprit chose to stab the fuck out
Yeah.
of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of, and that clean white sheet got
Damn.
stained blood red.
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit. And that's none other than Kyo! The blade's all you need.
Okay.
If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I'll cut through your words.
No!
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone. And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Ooh!
Yeah, no worries.
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible!
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that! Screw spirits!
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible! Spirits can't be culprits!
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done it!
Wait! I know! What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage? If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have noticed.
I agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
God damn it, Mew. Round and round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Damn it. It was... Damn it. It was her. They're going with the suicide route, huh?
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would
Whoops.
She volunteered to be in the cage
Sorry.
and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
You guys should really come over here and smell my finger. It smells like apples.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right? Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
Okay, for that to be the reason, that's stupid. She wouldn't do that. Tenko's a bitch, but she's not that much of a bitch. She would want to take all the guys down with her, but not the girls.
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial. So she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
But what are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that.
You sure about that?
You don't know. Told me.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait! We should believe Tenko's last words!
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer.
Yep.
Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
She's pouty. You have to do all the push-ups you've missed so far. That's about 300.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
No.
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree.
Okay.
No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe. My heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I wanna... She wouldn't commit suicide.
Sorry.
She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe!
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
So I have to try and prove that she didn't commit suicide.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her.
Okay.
So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
Finally, with the last of her strength.
Take it! What? I forgot to lie!
Damn it!
Finally, with the last...
Yeah!
Reveal the truth.
I ain't gonna be countered, but still, I got it.
Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor. Because she died instantly.
Instantly?
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
Okay.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Dude, do you just know when people lie? Are you the ultimate lie detector?
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary.
Dude, Kaito, shut the fuck up. She's gonna kill both of us.
Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance? If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Let's do this! Non-stop debate.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. Utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall, I think.
I'm more concerned about how dark it got in there. I mean, it was totally pitch black. My job was to relight the candles. Moving along the walls was seriously tough.
Something fall.
I agree!
Yeah! How'd I do that?
Himiko,
Oh, wait. Because
that
I'm the
something
world's
fell because
greatest
of that
fucking
sound you heard, right?
detective. That's how. Bam!
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor. What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
The loose floorboard?
This is it!
Yeah!
I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
hit the floorboard have made such a loud sound, though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Okay. We can do this.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe...
Okay, that's missing and that's under the floorboard, so...
Maybe that person tore off the floorboard. That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound. Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
I guess it's the cross
But that
piece.
statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor, then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
No! Wait! What?
Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure, first time we...
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation...
I want you to know, my finger slipped during that. And I fired it, thinking that it might be wrong. And then it hit, and it was correct. And then it missed. So I was like, okay. And then it hit it, and it was correct, and I was very confused.
One of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross piece?
Effect is spelled weird.
That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
Huh? A seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage. Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Damn.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw,
Okay.
all right. But why bother lifting
God
Tenko's
damn,
body?
we've been recording for an hour and a half. This trial's long.
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
On top of the cage? No
The
good.
sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage.
Damn, that's fucked up.
She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouch position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
I don't fucking know.
The craziness is
You're the
what
one
really
that
makes
said
the
it.
killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprits! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Did I accidentally hit the button? Hold on. There we go. Okay, I never hit a button. I thought I skipped
Why her?
dialogue. Sorry.
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one?
Please explain.
Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard,
okay,
you mean?
that's why.
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time.
That little
She
grin
waited
in
for
her
me to
silhouette
host
is
the seance
hilarious.
And suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right twisted it. Then, she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tenko? I killed Tenko?
Do you even believe it?
What's wrong, Himiko?
Woo! Okay. That'll be the end of this trial. I'll see you all in part 2.